Is that what I taught you? It was God's way of protecting you. Do not ask the Lord for patience.
And delusion is basically the same thing as faith.
Yes. Right path.
I'm having a miserable good time right now, actually.
Listen.
A lot of that went to overhead and support the man.
I just found to pass that test. My ass would have been in the army. Yeah. She was in the house, in the basement. She was
Miserable. So lucky I don't got low self-esteem. That's insane.
If you learn anything from today's episode, do not ask the Lord for patience. I don't know, did you ask me to move? But I know I just made a decision like that. I said, I'm going to move. And I said,
I don't think I asked you.
And she was a biggin'. Ooh, I got to show you this picture. She had these little balls on her head. It was crazy. What? He was in the basement. I remember one time Chayil was like, I'm gonna go have a self-care day. And I was like, I'm gonna go have a self-care day too. So I went to San Francisco. It was the loneliest day of my life.
Welcome back to the Not One of Your Little Friends podcast with Chayil and Constance. I'm Chayil and
Constance Carter.
And today we're just going to talk about the power of the tongue. Before we get into that, though, Mom, we finally released our first episode. How do you feel about that?
I think it was dope. We got a lot of good feedback. I think as we continue to push these out, I think it's gonna get bigger and bigger. But I think the feedback that we've been getting has been amazing. A lot of people like it. They love our chemistry and stuff like that. So it's been good so far.
And we're at like 200 views.
Ew.
In like 3 days. Well, which is really good for you. To me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have 260,000 Instagram. Facebook followers. So I don't know.
And I don't think anybody really asked. So
60,000 Instagram.
Right. I don't think anybody asked though. That's the thing.
42,000 TikTok followers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
And then how many of them are bots again?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Right.
See, this is the sound of hatred. But go ahead, girl.
I don't even have to hate on you. There's nothing for her, nothing that she has that I want to hate on.
Okay.
At all. Okay. Anyway. So me and my mom were having this conversation yesterday, and it was like when I got back from work, and we were talking about the fact that a lot of people have kind of like a scarcity type of mindset. And do you remember how we got on that conversation though?
I don't remember. You were talking about, I think you were talking about your job or something happened, and what was it?
Because you kind of brought it up, and then I talked about how, like with one of my friendships too, people think that I'm unrealistic.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. You were saying that, this is what you were saying. You were saying, I hate talking to certain people because when I share my dreams with them, they think I'm not being realistic. They think that, that what's not going to happen and I should just settle for certain things. Mm-hmm. And what I was telling you was, you got to look at it from their perspective. They have been living a scarcity life. Like, they have not seen dreams come true. They have not lived in things, and they have not seen like different things happen. Like, you watched your mom get it out the mud. Mm-hmm. You watched me, grow and then fall and then grow again. You've seen the ebbs and flows of life, and you understand.
I remember how we got into that because you're talking about how you basically kind of got it out the mud too. Because you're talking about like your situation that you had, and you're just saying how blessed. When you talk about how blessed you were to be in this situation, to be in this house, you don't even feel like going anywhere because you love the house.
I love my house.
And then you did go through a lot this year, but the fact that when you went through a lot, your downgrade was Woodmore.
I don't know what Woodmore is.
Is all black rich neighborhood in a townhome. You were in a townhome.
I was in town for 2 years.
For 2 years,
renting. And
she don't ever rent.
Yeah.
So she down bad when she rent.
I was renting a house for 2 years.
But in one of the richest neighborhoods in Maryland. And that was your downgrade. Like, some people don't get up from their circumstances. Like, one of my friend's moms, she went from making 6 figures a year in real estate to literally they're jumping couch to couch to couch, living with people. Like, they haven't been able to get up from that. And the fact that you built your legacy to make your money work for you, the fact that you had all of this other investments work for you, so just in case those type of things happen, like it did when you went all the way to
no,
to the bottom.
seriously.
It was really
Yeah. My bottom was not like it was a bottom for us because it was not what we were used to. But I'm just blessed, man, because I was able to build this really great business. Literally, I abruptly got up and moved to the East Coast. And it was because of her. It literally was because of her. So when she graduated from college, we bought her a house in DC, and I was coming out there like every other week. And
literally, she had her own room in my house.
I did. And I was just going through it. And I remember she was just like, Mom, she was like my therapist. You were my counselor. And I was like, I couldn't take it anymore. And there was a moment that we had where you had me do this little ritual. We went to burn up this piece of paper. I'm not going to go into that. But I don't know, did you ask me to move? But I know I just made a decision like that. I said, I'm going to move. And I said,
I don't think I asked you.
Answering
your question. I don't think I did ask you, though.
You didn't. But I was just like, I'm going to move in 4 months or 4 years. And the reason why I said 4 months or 4 years is because my youngest son was getting ready to go into high school, and I knew that I couldn't take him out of high school. So I knew if I was going to move, it had to be like within the next 4 months, because it was April when I decided to move. April, I was like, I'm going to move in 4 months, or I got to wait 4 years. And I ended up just abruptly closing 2 of my offices, selling my house, and moving to the East Coast. Like, I had a whole life. I had a whole business. I had a whole everything. And I just abruptly moved. But you know what? Chayil, I could literally say it was the best decision of my life. I just wake up with so much peace, and it's not predicated on anyone. I have my children, that's great, but I have so much, I'm just so refreshed. I'll call my friends up every now and then. I'll be like, did I ever tell you I love living in the DMV? Like, I just love it.
Yeah, she be looking out the window and she's just like, I just love it here.
I could breathe. It was just like when I moved, I could finally exhale. The air felt different.
There's a whole melting pot over here. Like, honestly,
it wasn't nobody though. It was just like I got a chance to just be, and I hadn't slept in 10 years. I was an insomniac, so I would wake up in the middle of the night and I would work. Like, my brain is always going. And I remember being here after 6 months. I was like, wait a minute, I've been sleeping every night. How long have I been sleeping every night? Oh my God, I've been sleeping every night since I moved here. So it was just so much that just moving here just did for me in terms of like my peace, and it was great.
I remember that time when right before
what?
Remember when you found someone on Eventbrite or whatever to go to?
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, okay, we about to go to here. And then we went up to there. It wasn't even going. The DJ was running late, and it started to start more.
Oh, you just stopped it? I hate it here.
And then I saw somebody Eventbrite on Miracle Mile. So I was like, okay, let's go to Miracle Mile. That was closed. And I just remember me and you just sitting in the car for like 30 seconds before we got it. It was just like failed mission.
Over.
I felt so bad for you.
No, wait, what? It was that, like, there's nothing to do. I remember one time Chayil was like, I'm gonna go have a self-care day. And I was like, I'm gonna go have a self-care day too. So I went to San Francisco. It was the loneliest day of my life. I was so lonely. I just drove around. I was so lonely.
Yeah, and then they was following you in the store.
Yeah,
like, that's why you feel like you can breathe here, because they don't follow you in the store.
No, they didn't follow me in the store. It was a store. They sold like $30,000 furniture. Now, I was balling back then, right? So if I could have did like this. Oh, you want to fuck with me? All right, bet. Let me go ahead and buy one of these. But I ain't flex like that. But I go in the store, nobody's paying me no attention. They're going to everybody else. But it was like hella expensive stuff up in there. And I'm just walking around and nobody's helping me or anything. They act like I was invisible. But then I just remember I was listening to the Will Smith book on my Audible, and I went to the beach and I just parked there and listened to my book, and I was so lonely. Came home. How was your self-care day? Oh, it was great. I did this.
I remember when I did that day too. I think I went to a couple museums. I went out to eat, and I went home.
Yeah, her day was lit. My day was so. When I moved here, I'll tell you, the first year, I did everything. I was going like every other day. I was in the streets. I was going to everything.
She was outside.
Every other day. So I was at something. So I've been to everything. I went to festivals by myself. I went to every concert that I wanted to go to. I just did everything. I went to events. I did networking. I did all these amazing things, got into some amazing rooms, was just like, it was just blessing. Like everything that I wished I had in California, I had here. I was able to meet some really great people. It was amazing. Did that for the first year and a half, was always gone. And then, bought a house.
Yeah, we switched lives.
Yeah. She was in the house, in the basement. She was
miserable.
Big, nappy headed.
The fact that that's why I said you was fat phobic in the last episode, because
she was bigger. I was smaller. I've gained 15 pounds since I've been here. She was bigger. She's lost 30 pounds. You've lost 30 pounds though.
I didn't feel the need to share that.
Was it 30 though?
It was around 30.
Yeah, she was a big one. Ooh, I got to show you this picture. She had these little balls on her head. It was crazy. What? He was in the basement.
You're so lucky I don't got low self-esteem. That's insane.
Yeah, so now girlfriend is outside, you hear me, and is the belle of the ball. Like, she's out here party promoting, she's working. What was she saying?
She got a party planner.
My mom is my mom.
That's why you too. You ain't got no money because you out there party planning.
Man, it's just been amazing. I cannot say it enough. Moving here was the best decision of my life. The thing that I miss the most is my parents and my siblings, my nieces and nephews. But I hate leaving town. I even going on vacation sometimes. Like, I'd be like, I'm gonna miss something. Or I just like being in my home. I love my home. I got a fixer-upper. It's not even like anything luxurious. I'm working on it. Like, I'm working on it all the time. But I enjoy being here. Mm-hmm. I enjoy everything about this place. I feel like I'm in the right place for the first time in my life. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even making the amount of money I used to make.
A lot of it went to overhead and
it went to overhead. It went to overhead, but I had a lot of money in my bank, and I would get a little nervous if my bank account got below a certain amount.
What I said flew over your head.
What?
I said overhead.
Wait, what did you say?
I said a lot of that went to overhead and supporting the man. You're like, yeah.
You stay clowning me about that.
I mean, we both did it, so it's fine.
Oof. Is that what I taught you?
The most I spent on a man, I spent like $110 for some shorts, some designer shorts he didn't never wore.
Okay. Well, I spent money on my husband. Just not some random.
I could say so much right now, but I'm not even going. He was your husband, but were you his wife? Clock it, because to him,
is this what we doing?
That's what I said. Because she want to try to clown me, girl. I was there. Ooh. I know what happened. I know your tea. Okay, so I'm not gonna. Anyway, I'm not gonna clock hers. My husband, girl, you was not. But we'll go back to what we were saying. Was a lot of the times people have said that I'm unrealistic because I believe I could basically do anything. I could have zero money in my bank account, and my friends would see the fact that I have no money, but they think that I'm crazy for saying I'm going to make $100,000 in a month or a couple months or whatever the case.
For you. I really do love that. I love because you know the principle about speaking things into existence. And I love that you understand that and you believe it and you believe it's true.
Yeah, because all you need is a mustard seed of faith. And a lot of the times I've also seen patterns and I would get very hyper fixated on things. So I was going through a hyper fixation where I was looking at how do people are successful. And so I was like looking up a lot of those type of videos.
Love that.
And a lot of the times they said that they were successful off delusion. And delusion is basically the same thing as faith.
Yes.
Yes. Faith is literally the things that are hoped for that is not seen. Yes. That's delusion too. Yes. Like you haven't seen it, but you think that you're going to do it.
Yes. And there's no evidence that you could even do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So now faith is a substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Mm-hmm.
So it is literally the delusion that you could actually make some things happen. Like I had the delusion that I could be successful in real estate. I had the delusion that I could help Black people, Black women from all over the world build wealth. That was a delusion. You were there. Something I wanted to do. What am I going to do in this iteration of my life? Fasted, meditate, prayed, and thought, okay, this is what God dropped in my spirit. Just from that thought, that idea. Because what I know to be true is that once you have an idea and you made a decision to act on that idea, because you got faith without works is dead.
Faith without works is dead. Right. Say that one more time.
Faith without, so just talking about it, you got to be about it. But just having the audacity to think and start to act on those things and to see something out of nothing. You were in the first 2 or 3 cohorts of my Net 7 collective. You saw firsthand how it changed people's lives and how it impacted not only them, but us too. How it changed our lives, how we grew from being a part of it. I created something that I really needed. But the thing about it is, I'm gonna tell y'all something. My sons think I'm a scammer. My son's like, why are they listening to you? Because, when you have kids, they don't think that, like, that's my mom. Like, why are they listening to her? But I love it because even with that, they see what's possible. Everybody sees what's possible based upon what they've seen primarily. And so going back to what you were first saying is that those people who think that you're delusional or they think that you're not realistic, it's because they haven't had the faith, because they haven't seen things happen. And because you've seen it and you have the faith, and look at your life now and look at where it was, even 12 months ago or 18 months ago. Look at what you're doing now. And I know it's not ultimately where you want to be, but you're on the right path.
I'm having a miserable good time right now, actually.
Listen.
A miserable good time.
Miserable good time.
I don't like where I'm at right now, but I'm okay.
You're enjoying the hell out of it.
Yeah.
But one thing I told you, I remember when you said.
But last year I was just miserable.
You were just miserable.
Yeah, I didn't have a good time.
But that's a good thing because that misery is motivation.
Yeah, because I'm definitely not where I want to be.
But especially in the job. You came home one day from work and was like, that's it. I'm quitting. And I was like, whoa, flag on play. No, you not. Wait. And you were complaining, but I was like, this is great because you're supposed to be uncomfortable because that's not your final destination. So you're supposed to be uncomfortable. You're not supposed to like it. Are you learning? Yeah, but I don't want to deal with these people. You're learning, you're growing, and you're motivated to get the hell up out of there. If you was comfortable, then you would be content doing that. And that's not where you're supposed to be. What I will say is that the learning from your job, I think that you don't think that it's learning. So you're asking God for something. It's like somebody said the other day, I asked God for patience. And boy, oh boy, did he put me through some things to give me patience.
That's the number one thing I prayed this year. And I've been going
through. Yes, don't pray for patience. I'm like, when people be like, Lord, use me.
Well,
listen, I'm going to learn from her. You ain't got to show me nothing.
The day before I called you and I said that I wanted to quit my job, I prayed for patience.
Girl, why would you ever do that? I should have told you. One thing you don't want to ask God for is for patience.
The only prayer that I really like praying is, God, please remove the people that do not serve me.
Okay, that's good.
Or do he remove them? But then when you ask him for something, for patience, for peace, for all of that, he'll give you the most unpeaceful.
Right, to show you. Yes, no, do not ask the Lord for patience. If you learn anything from today's episode, do not ask the Lord for patience. Do not ask the Lord for patience. Girl, listen. I could look back over my life and look at all the things that I went through and say, everything was a learning. Every misstep, everything. It's like, oh, this is why I worked in this job. This is why I did this, because I could see where everything applies where it is now. So understand, like, even the stuff that you don't think with that job that you're actually getting anything out of, or, I thought I was being in this job for this. There's some things that you're going to get out of it that's going to apply later on in life, and you will see for sure.
Like every job I had sucked though.
It's supposed to, because that's not where you're supposed to be. Yo, I remember when I was like 18, this Army recruiter came and picked me up. I did not want to be in the Army. I felt like she punked me to go down there. She like,
wait, I didn't know this story.
Oh my God.
I didn't know the Army
punked me. And so I went and I was like, she showed me around. Like, she kept calling me. Came to my house, picked me up. I didn't pass the test. And then she went off on me afterwards, like, so you just wasted more time. It was a black lady, like, I was like, well, I really didn't want to, when I failed the test, I was like, I really didn't want to do this anyway. She was like, she did the lip scrunch too.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
No, she did like she's somebody mama.
Yeah, but I didn't want to do it. She like,
you're like, wow, Mom,
I didn't want to do this. Then I remember I applied for a job at driving a bus.
Did they pay you at the Army?
No, it was like she took me to lunch. She wined and dined and tried to get me to sign up for the Army. I didn't pass the test. Then
that was probably the only $20 she had to water dye.
She was hot. She was hot. Then I apply for a job driving the bus.
Ooh. Like
the city bus. I didn't pass that test. Like there were so many things, so many jobs that I didn't get, so many things that didn't happen. Girl, could you imagine? Like, I could be driving the bus right now.
Every fast food job, because I'm great at interviews. Every fast food job. Remember when I was 16, I was applying to all those jobs and doing all those interviews and stuff like that. I could even work at McDonald's.
They wasn't meant to be.
I couldn't even work at McDonald's.
It was not meant for you. So even all the, what's that saying? Man's rejection is God's protection. All those times you were rejected by, by boys, men, jobs, friends. It was God's way of protecting you. Because I look at it like this. I know I'm a child of God. I know that God wants the best for me. And so those things that don't work out is for my good. Mm-hmm. Why are you laughing?
Because the Army story is still.
Girl, she did. She liked strong Army.
She so told you.
Yeah, then she goes, I was like, what are you doing this, ma'am? I was in the back of the car. I was like, I didn't want to be here.
I'm crying. I can just imagine. I can just imagine you like that.
I didn't want to be like she kept calling. Finally, she, I was like, okay, I'll go. I didn't even know where I was going to. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't want to be in the Army.
Why do this? That's so funny.
But imagine if I would have passed that test. My ass would have been in the Army. I want to go to the Army.
He's like, why are you mad at me?
Right. She was like hot.
Oh my gosh.
But listen.
Yeah.
I love my kids, man. I love y'all, each and every one of you guys. I really miss my son, Kyron.
Oh, brother.
Oh my God. I really miss my baby.
Oh, brother. I think out of all of them, but besides me, because I'm the funniest. Him, actually no, him and Camille are like tied with funny.
With funny?
Yeah. Because Camille don't be trying though. Camille just be funny.
You think so?
And then Warren, he can work on his funny.
He's not funny at all.
He's not funny. He's actually cruel.
Why is he cruel?
Because he's so like blunt.
He's very blunt.
Like
he's very blunt.
He'd be like, "So you ate too many cheeseburgers today, or?"
Damn.
Huh? But anyway, just the fact that I just never really got what I wanted, because I also know some things I do know too is if things are too comfortable for me and I'm okay and I'm making a good amount of money that pay my bills, I'll be content and stuff doing that.
You chilling.
And so like I know that my type of personality type is that type to do that. I know that God is not trying to make me comfortable. I feel like that's what I was at first for when I first got this job, because this job at first it was slight, it was cool. I had cool hours, 9 to 4. It was like 10 minutes away from the house. I just was at like one location. I wasn't doing much all day, and plus I could work on real estate. Like I was chilling. Now
her ass got to work.
And then people really think I don't do anything all day too. It's just like
when I tell you I get 5 calls a day, Mom, Ixnay on the Igbe Earl Gay. Mom, this is not a real place, girl. They walking around in they
draws.
Like calls all day about the foolishness that happens over there.
Without saying too much about what I do for work, basically one lady who was past due, she just stopped paying. We were trying to send her deadlines, small little deadlines, and she was like 2 months past due. Her balance was like over $1,000. So at this point, we were just like, okay, if you can't meet the deadlines, you're gonna have to kick you out. But then she was just like, oh well, can I end my lease? And we were like, well, you signed a year agreement and you just got here in November, and it's not November yet. You can't end your lease yet, because on the contract it says you had to give us 90-day notice. She was like, I'm gonna send my lawyer. First of all, how can you have enough money for a lawyer if you don't have enough money for your rent?
The delusion.
She said that she is not obligated to pay anymore
because she don't want to.
Yeah,
she don't understand contracts
because she thinks it's like a subscription service. When you're done with it, you don't feel like paying for it anymore. That's not how leases work.
The owners, they just put you in harm's way. These people ready to fight you every day. But I tell you what, she's 10 minutes away from the house. Somebody put some hands on my child, and I'm on the first thing smoking. I'm not afraid of nobody. Now one of them, I don't care, big, small, short, tall. I'm not afraid of nobody. And I be waiting on these opportunities to fight somebody. So, you know what? I'm not going to even put that out there. I'm not going to put that energy out there. However, mess with my child and see what the hell happens. Because I don't play them games.
I can stand up for myself. I'm cool.
Yeah, but call me in case you need some backup. So anyway, are we talking positively? Let's go back to the positive talk, because you about to make me go down a whole mad rabbit hole to talk about these people.
Why I say I'm having a miserable good time, that's part of my miserable good time. Like, I don't like my job, but I have a good time because I have money, and like, you know, I've had a couple of closings and things like that in real estate. It's like been picking up. But right now, where my delusion also kind of sets in is, okay, I don't see anything in my pipeline right now. I know that they will come. It's just, I know it's coming.
It is. Everything will work out. Everything will work out. But just imagine all those people. There's like 80% of Americans work in jobs that they hate. 80%. That's a good amount. And so most people are going to work every day for 30 years at jobs they absolutely hate with people that they absolutely hate. Nobody has a goal to get out of that job. Everybody is just there content because they think that that's what they're supposed to do. They think life's supposed to be rough. They're supposed to hate their jobs. So just thug that shit out and let that be your motivation to get out and do what it is that you're supposed to be doing, which is your calling. I would say that.
Yeah, and that's why I'm also trying to speak positively too, because what I put out there will come back into the universe for sure.
I'm trying to tell you, what you focus on the longest remains and becomes the strongest. So if you're only focusing on, I hate this, I don't like this, and the negativity that comes with it, every day that you go to work, every day you get up and go to work, you're going to have a bad day because you've already put it out there. I already know these people, these motherfuckers going to F with me. I already know this is going to happen. But if you are more optimistic and you change the station in your mind to the positive thinking, it'll change the dynamic of your whole day. But it's how you set the station every morning when you get up before you go to work. It's how you set the station. You set the tone for your whole day. But that's where the stress and all that and the unhappiness comes in at, is that you haven't properly primed your mind in the morning to prepare yourself for the day. You haven't like tuned yourself and said, okay, and been intentional about it. Like, get up, you know, I talk about the ramp. Get up, rise up, do your affirmations, do your meditation, and pray. Set the tone, prime your mind for that day, and that's going to change every day. And it's going to get you a step closer to ultimately being where you want to be. You're going to get the lessons that you need to get out of whatever it is that you're doing. You're going to get the joy out of even the people who are getting on your nerves, because you're not going to let that bother you, because you know, I ain't supposed to be here anyway. I'm passing through to my next destination. So you won't take that stuff personal. Because let me tell you about Chayil. I call her Officer Chayil. The way she care more about them people business than they do. She be telling me something. I ain't told them, and I'm like, well, what the owner say? Well, they said go ahead and give it to them. Well, then why don't you give it? Because they don't deserve. I'm like, girl, if you don't give the people they stuff, why are you? The rule. All you doing is building complaints from 8 to 5. Let that be part of your job. That does not control you. You control it. Okay. So why are you so concerned about what them people do, if they doing it or not? Don't let them control you. If that's all you doing, you on a dime. So, oh, by the way, Jahari Williams has a book that's getting ready to come out. It's called F That Job. Pick it up on Amazon. Jahari Williams, a Net 7 collector.
A shameless plug. With that being said, do you feel like people don't understand the power that they hold?
Yes. You don't. That was a prime example of you not understanding the power that you hold. You have the power to control your situation, even if it is something that you don't like. You control your mind to how you respond. So how you respond and how you receive it, that's all you. So if you let it worry you and run you and stress you and all that stuff, that's you. If you just compartmentalize that and say, this is what I'm doing between the hours of 8 and 5. This is my motivation to get out. This is my learning.
I've been doing that recently.
You got to.
For the past 2 days.
I've
been feeling a little bit better for doing that.
You got to. When I was working in the Bay Area, I was commuting. Show that picture of me when I was really, really big. That picture, I said, don't ever post that again. But I was commuting to the Bay Area and I was gaining all kind of weight and I was huge. But
Veruca Salt. Veruca Salt.
What's that?
Remember Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when she ended up turning into that big blueberry?
No, I never watched that show.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I've never watched that movie.
The one with Johnny Depp? Yes,
I would always fall asleep.
Anyway, she turned into a big old thing and the Oompa Loompas have to roll her out.
Is that what you're saying that I am?
Veruca.
Damn. So anyway, but back then, like, I knew I had a mission. And in my mind, what I did was, I said, I had to say, okay, how can I change? I hated it. How can I change this into a positive? And then I was like, okay, because I was in IT. I'm helping people. So that was the only thing that got me up so I can go to work every day. I'm helping people. I'm helping people with their computers. I'm helping people. And that was the thing that helped me to get through every day. Because I couldn't quit. I had a mortgage. You know, I'm 25 years old. I was younger than you. I had a mortgage, had a baby, had a husband. Like, I had responsibility. So I couldn't just quit. So it was just like, okay, how do I grit and bear this?
I'm so old.
Yeah. And my commute was like 2 hours each way every day. It was now that was a miserable life.
You know what? The key to what you said, though, was that you wanted to help people. And I feel like what sticks more is when you're passion driven and not greed driven. So right now I'm trying to figure out my purpose. That's what I pray about too, because I've noticed like the temporary things like that I want, like, oh, I want financial abundance, I want this, I want that. That's not really motivating me as much. It's like, what type of impact can I make in the world? So I'm trying to like figure that out. So yours was helping people. Mine, I'm trying to figure out like what my passion or my drive is and why I want to do things.
I think if you are helping people, it's just whatever capacity it's in, right? So if you go to work and you're thinking, and I know they ratchet and ghetto and all the things that they are, but if you turn that around and you think, how can I serve them today? How can I be, even though they don't deserve it, or even though they get on your nerves, or they complain, or they be wanting to fight you, or they side-eyeing you, or they talking shit about you, how can I serve these people? And if you turn it that way to where I'm helping serve them in some way, then it actually changes your mindset of how you approach things. But it becomes fulfilling, I think, and rewarding. And then that's also something that you translate to other things. So the passion and the purpose is about helping, because your purpose should be helping somebody, serving somebody. As you grow and develop more, you'll figure out, the ultimate purpose.
Girl, money coming.
Oh,
my hands itching.
My neck itching. What that mean?
Your next thing.
Your head. Hey, listen. That means money come for you, money come for me, baby. Okay. Well, yeah. But anyway, I just said just reframe your mind.
Yeah.
That's all. It'll work out, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm not trying to be. I think what it is also because it's like gloomy outside right now, and I'm kind of like, when it's gloomy, you get kind of
beautiful to me. I'm loving this because I'm indoors.
Because I'm not trying to. I don't want to like feel defeated, and I don't want to change the tone to make it seem like I'm complaining.
No, it's okay to feel what you feel, sweetheart. Like, don't feel like, oh, my life isn't as hard as my mom's, or isn't as hard as other people, so it's not valid. What you're saying is valid for you, and I'm just saying for you, and then for everybody, it's just about reframing. It's reframing, but also knowing that it's temporary, right? I don't want you to be content where you are, because that's not where you're supposed to be. There's something so much more bigger than that for you, that's waiting for you. And let me tell you, like, I speak and stuff, and I travel and stuff, and this is my travel companion and all that stuff. Kai knows she is. I was telling somebody this the other day. I am in awe of you when we go to different places. Like, you're such a great representation of me, and you know how to work the hell out of a room better than I do. I was just telling Tanasha that the other day. I was like, because we used to go to conferences, me, Tanasha, and Sheila, we go to conferences, and I'm like, I'm an introvert. She's like, girl, you ain't no introvert. I'm like, I am. Girl, you was the one out there that was working the rooms. I was in the room, and then you would come and say, okay, we got an appointment. I know how to be on. Kai can work the hell out of a room better than I can. So I watch her, and I'm in awe. And she knows at this young age, she knows how to engage people and talk to people and just do all these amazing things. She knows how to command an audience.
It's crazy that you said that. One thing about me, I really liked serving when I was little.
No, what I was saying is how you work a room and how you could serve the hell out. Yeah, man, you are great at that.
Yeah, so what's funny is like serving was like my favorite thing to do as a kid. Like I used to love volunteering. I used to love going to my prime was when I volunteered for that haunted house in 4th grade. I was like so excited. And I remember the day I broke my arm, I volunteered with so many stuff that day. That was gonna be my best day ever at school because I was gonna go to we had a student council meeting that day. We had 2 other things I was going to volunteer at school, whatever, that I ended up broke my arm. Anyway, but that was my favorite thing to do was serving, doing the talent shows and things like that. So it's like, I don't know, like, I guess in a way, I guess that's how real estate.
It does definitely relate.
It's like serving. I like serving. But like,
and then some people like can be in front of the camera, or some people can be in front of the crowd. Some people can be in the back of the crowd, and some people.
I'm like you. I want to be in front of the camera.
Oh,
that's how I am. I mean, I'm a behind the scenes person. I'm both. Like I could be behind the scenes, but let me get my little cut. Okay. I want to pan the camera towards me for a little bit. Okay. Like that's how I don't always like being behind the scenes. That's
but you do know how to work it though, and so I be looking at you like, wow, she's really good at this, and you're better at it than I am. You really are. I mean, I do it out of necessity. It's not something that I like doing. Remember that time so I got off the stage. I did a keynote. We had to do a networking hour. And so after I speak, I love speaking. It's my favorite thing to do in the world. But after I speak, because I'm an introvert, it takes everything out of me. So I'm depleted completely. Or just being around a lot of people, I just completely depleted. So I want to go to the hotel and hibernate. I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to shake no hands, kiss no babies, nothing like that. So I go to a networking after hour thing. And I was dying on the inside. You remember that? Oh, yeah. I was dying on the inside. And Chayil was talking to some guy, was trying to talk to her. What did he say to you?
He was like, wow, look at your mom over there. She looks so normal. I'm like,
she looks over at me. She's like, oh God.
I was like, what do you mean? She doesn't want to be here right now.
She was like, her social battery.
You were looking over there. You were in the corner like this.
I had to be there. Because I'm not the one working the room, going around. That's not me. I will be in the corner somewhere. And so I know how to do it by necessity. For you, I feel like it's more natural for you. Like you thrive in that environment. Remember when we went to that Angela Alsobrooks inauguration? Mm-hmm. And Marcus was like, dang, your daughter's going to be running PG by the time she's 35. Like I went and you were just working everything. So you're really good at that. You're really good at that, which I really admire.
I think that turned on for me when I realized like the power of being like present. I'm like, okay, what would it be? Because I like lived my life on autopilot for so long. And so it's like I want to be more proactive in my life and not try to like live in autopilot. So when I'm more intentional about doing things, and that's where that part of me like activates.
That's
good.
Like that. But there's a couple of things that I really admire about you. Like even since you were little, like when we would be at church, you could have kids your age all around you. You are listening intently to the word. I'm bored. I'm going scrolling my phone. I'm doing all this other stuff. I look over at you and you're like this. You are really listening and absorbing. Like,
oh, well, you never said that to me before.
I never told you?
No.
I would always look at you and I'd be in admiration because I don't have that kind of attention span. Really? And you were a young girl, always just like in tune listening. And that just always, man, that just impressed me thoroughly. I was just like, dang, she's so good. Yeah, man, there's some things that I really, really admire about you that I wish I have that I just simply don't have.
And that's so crazy because a lot of the things that I am is because of you. Like my patience, how I even handle things. You're very good at quality control. Really good at handling like chaotic situations.
Oh.
Like you just be so nonchalant and go with the flow. You're like more matter of fact, like, okay, it's happening.
Let's go to solution. Let's go to solution.
You're very solution oriented.
Yeah, because adding to the chaos is gonna do what? Just be more chaotic. So, I don't
a lot of those things I am because of you.
I tell you what, I think the reason why I have that thing is because everything else takes so much energy that I don't have. Like my mind I have so much stuff on my mind. I try to do the things.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Take the path of least resistance.
Yeah,
let's figure out how
it's really not that serious. I don't have
because everything else, everything else requires a lot. And I can't do the lot. So let's figure out what's the common thing here.
Yeah, and like you're very business minded and also very
thank you, babe.
how you even treat people in general. Like, you very like caring, and a lot of those, like a lot of things that people would be taken aback by with like different interactions day by day, you don't let that type of stuff sweat you. You be like, okay, well, I only probably see you cuss out 2-3 people, but other than that, in the span of your life, out of all the chaotic situations, 2 or 3, that's good.
You've only seen me cuss out 2 or 3 people.
Well, a little bit
maybe
more.
a couple more.
But like, out of all the people, out of all the 100 situations, you probably curse people out a quarter of the time, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you
that's still very low.
But I genuinely love people, and it's a good thing and a bad thing, because what I realize is that everybody don't love you. You know, everybody doesn't want the best for you. I remember I used to be like, people talking about my haters, and I'm like, ain't nobody hating on me. I never thought I was important enough for people to hate on. Like, why would people hate on me? I ain't got nothing they want. I absolutely have things that they want, but you don't think about what you have. Mm-hmm. You just doing. You're just in flow. So I didn't realize that people were hating on me until I found out people hated. I was like, but why? Because I love them. I want the best for them. But people be so caught up in their own misery that they don't want to see you doing well. And when you're doing well, you want well for you. You want well for everybody else. But that goes back to that scarcity mindset that we were talking about yesterday. I think we were talking about scarcity. It's because they're trying to get, so they're holding on to this little piece, and they don't understand that there's a whole world of things that we all can get. Mm-hmm. You ain't got to be, so you don't have to hate on me because I'm not going to take from you. I can have it. You can have it. You can have it. You can, mm-hmm. you know what I'm saying? So,
and I never really got that at first. Like, I was one of those people that didn't understand, and used to be like, I caught myself being jealous and stuff like that of people who have more, because I'm just like, but yeah, with all that being said, girl, this equipment is so good. We had to start and stop multiple times. But yeah, with that being said, I know the conversation was getting so good, y'all, but we were talking for a long time and we got to get up out of here. But, you got any final remarks?
I just want to tell you, babe, that I know that you're not one of my little friends, but indeed, you are one of my little friends.
Yeah.
I love you.
This my girl.
I love you.
I love you too. And what I could say at the end of the day gonna end.
Bye.
Okay. Okay. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we guys love you guys so much.
And we'll see you next week. New episode coming out next week too.
Period. It's just, why did you have to give me Negro hair?
Come on before the battery die again. No, go back and say good evening. Like that. Fold your legs like that.
Good.
Did you see that? What I tagged you in? Tiara's post. Something about like some therapy for all the people whose mom permed their hair when they was in 3rd grade.
No, they blame everything on their mama perm their hair in 3rd grade. And I feel like that's why I bullied my mama perm my hair. What if I'm like this? So,
I was dragging you everywhere with me. I was like, my baby really loves hanging with me.
Which I didn't mind, but it's just, I feel like you assumed that I didn't have nobody to hang out with. Wait!
So you did?
Yeah, this whole ghetto trying to start and stop.
It is really
wrap it up. I'm getting tired.
Listen, I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. I had to take a 10-minute break, let the battery charge. Like, now we're supposed to come back like everything's fine again. Can we adjust our hair the way it was? I don't even know what we're doing.